This is the pitch for the foundation portfolio group 104, and this is group A.
Okay, so our film, you can see the title is called what? Due Retribution. And we just want to ask a question, does anyone here know what retribution means? Anyway.
It's like revenge.
Revenge, another word for retribution? Come on, guys. Why is it so quiet?
Anyone else going to think what retribution means? Payback?
Anyway? Yep.
Getting justice.
Justice, yep. So pretty good ones at the moment, but yeah. So it's due, which means time has come, and for payback, justice, as you said, and revenge. So you can kind of tell what our film is about, and we'll put the slogan just under the title, which is "The Time Has Come." And as well as you can see, our film is a crime, psychological, and a gangster thriller. And the synopsis is our main protagonist is Daisy, and she's an accountant, clever and ordinary, and as well as she's a decision maker. So she's kind of clever in a way, and her dad was killed in 2002, and she's determined to find out who killed their father. And as well as in the film, you are given clues to who's gradually killed what her father in a way, but her father is being killed like way back. So during the film, you start finding out clues that to kill her father, and it turns out to be a twist inside the film about who killed her father. So that's the main enigma, and with the unique selling point.
Our unique selling point is the fact that our protagonist is a female, and that's unusual, so that will hopefully bring a female audience to our film. And the fact that there's a big twist at the end where the protagonist becomes the antagonist.
Yeah, this is our 3-act treatment. Starts off with the equilibrium. And it's basically, she's just like a normal girl in like a ordinary life. She has like a good job and like a fiance and stuff. And when she reaches the age of 21, she wants to find who killed her father. Then comes the disruption. When she starts the investigation, she gradually starts like finding clues and stuff. Then she finds out that her killer is her fiance after she discovers a tattoo on his arm that the gang have. And she found out that he did it as a gang initiation thing. Yeah, so, and then there's the new equilibrium, which is basically she gets sentenced to 24 years in prison, and it doesn't show like her like killing her fiance, but it just ends with her confession recording of her talking to the police.
We were influenced by Identity because we liked the idea of the pictures and the newspaper cutouts that they had, like with the fingerprints, because it shows the character's investigation, like the extent of their research. And we liked the shot sizes because it shows the character, but it doesn't give away too much of the location. And we liked the idea of how some of the title fades away because we wanted to use that in ours and leave the word due to show link with our slogan at the time to come.
Just gonna play that for you, then you can get an idea.
As I was going up the stair, I met a man who wasn't there. He wasn't there again today. I wish he'd go away.
Where did you learn that? Where did you learn that poem?
I made it up when I was a kid. I made Don't beat around the bush. Don't beat around the bush. Don't beat around the bush, Doc.
What do you remember about your mother?
I remember my mom. I remember my mom. I remember my mom was on work.
How long did she keep you there? As long as she was busy. Do you understand why you're talking with me now?
Yeah, you're supposed to be good with headaches. I need something more than aspirin.
You remember the murders?
I remember that Columbia is the capital of South Carolina. I remember
Qual es la punta?
¿Cuál es la punta de vivir?
Are you the person who murdered 6 residents of the Lake Worth Apartments on May 10th, 1998?
That's my birthday.
Who am I speaking to right now? What should I call you?
Call me whatever you want.
So you can kind of see what we're trying to show with the camera angles as main goal is use the kind of POVs in a way, because we do want to involve the spectator and we want to use low key lighting as he has used to give it that kind of a thriller atmosphere. As well as for marketing, we're going to use viral marketing, advertise on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, all things like that, Instagram. And we're gonna make a poster with a dominant, brave looking women to attract the audience, to make it seem that she's the protagonist, as well as she's the antagonist in a way, but yeah, she's the protagonist, but we're gonna give her this dominant figure. So people will be like, wow, look at this woman. And as well as that, she's gonna have so much that she's, how we're gonna like show her into the poster, she's gonna be a big brave woman, so that means she's got power as well. And we're gonna put the posters on bus stop, billboards, posters, and as well as we're gonna advertise on TV and cinema traders, so more people, so the audience can get to see what our film is about. And through the radio, magazine, and newspapers, that's where we're gonna advertise the film as well as blog sites. And we've got an example for Inception for how they did it through magazines and phone applications. So we've got their figures and facts right there. Just want to see and shoot the schedule.
On Thursday we'll start filming and film the mise en scene, and then Friday we'll be recapping and refilming the shots and creating voiceovers.
Yeah, so we wanted to like shoot the film like quite a common location, like a house or something. We also wanted like newspaper cutouts and like we wanted to like show the research of the girl, and yeah. And we also wanted like a voiceover and like a news report, and we wanted the protagonist explaining her like aim and what she wanted out of like the research. The music, we wanted it kind of like to be like quite a build up, like quite a bit of tension. Yeah, that's about it.
Do you have any questions?
Josh.
In terms of sort of actors and that sort of thing, are you guys going to be acting in it, or are you going to be getting people to act to do it? Just, how's that going to work?
Up there.
Have you organised your actors yet or not yet?
No.
Okay, so that's something they need to sort out.
So
Clearly.
so,
Okay, so you need a female protagonist, yeah?
yeah, we did.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, my obvious question is, why did you choose a female protagonist?
Because it's uncommon, so it will bring like a female audience, because most bad guys are seen to be like tough men. So
As well as it's a big enigma having a woman as a protagonist in a way, because other films like Descent, you're never gonna know that who's the protagonist. So having a female protagonist kind of gives you an edge to the film, so people concentrate more and want to know like who will be the hero in a way. But as well as we told you that this protagonist is gonna end up in a prison answering all these questions. So as well as she's kind of an antagonist to, like, let me say, the family. Like, obviously she's killed the boyfriend. She's killed the boyfriend, but she's still the hero because she's found out her dad in a way that will kill the father. So that's kind of a hero in a way, because she's been grown up without she's grown up without her father all these years, but now obviously she's found out who the killer is, and as well as everyone knows who the killer is now through her research and through her killing the boyfriend.
So she's kind of heroic in terms of revenge, okay, but a kind of anti-hero, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions? My last question is certification. If you're going to appeal maybe to a female audience, what kind of certification are you thinking of with your thriller?
we were going to do over 18, but we were debating between that and 15, because we don't actually have that much violence in it, but because there's like references to that and gangs and like drugs and stuff, we thought it would be more 18. So
What would be the benefit of appealing to a 15 audience?
We don't want them getting involved in all kind of stuff, so we just want to
Yes, Josh?
Do you think it's going to be a bit gender biased at all? Or do you think it's going to be equal in terms of men can go and watch it and enjoy it in the same way? Or are you just going to focus on kind of one side of it?
That's the unique selling point of it, because really you don't get really that many women type of films becoming a hero in a way, so obviously there's a lot. So as well as if you look at a lot of thriller films and horror films, they do have kind of a man as the hero, so we're not going to say, yeah, obviously they're being biased in a way that the man is the hero in a way, because obviously this film, we want it to come out and we don't want it to make it in a bias in a way. So obviously that's why we've kind of changed the narrative structure really from the normal mainstream to our own, and to make this film kind of successful in a way, and that's the unique selling point of it. So obviously we're attracting more audience as well as the men to come watch this film as well as the females. So but we don't think it's biased in a way that, because obviously you do get a lot of thriller horror films with the men becoming the protagonists, but obviously that's the unique selling point of it, if you look at it.
Okay, one last point, Max.
So, is your target audience women in general, or like over 18s in general?
Saying over 18 in general.
Okay. All right, thank you for your pitch.